Weird things you can do in D&D 26. The Zombie Apocalypse Nuke. Step 1. Give up on any chance of going to heaven. We're gonna break every damn rule in the book that those so-called ethical folks define as being a good person. But seriously, who even wants to be a good person? We want to destroy cities, topple empires, and make our DMs go, holy shit, that's dark. Step 2. We're gonna be a wizard. Level 15 to be precise, because the apocalypse doesn't come easy. The reason for this is we need 8th level spell slots, even though we don't actually need any 8th level spells. But more on that in a second. The spells we do need are Demiplane and Create Undead. That's it. That's all we need, except for a total disregard for human life. Also, the spell Teleport might come in handy, so you don't get caught in your own zombie apocalypse. Step 3. Cast Create Undead at 8th level, which lets you raise 2 wights under your control for 24 hours. Wights are essentially intelligent super zombies with a few very interesting powers, but don't worry about that for now. All you need to worry about is casting the spell Demiplane. Step 4. Demiplane lets you create a doorway to a demiplane, which is basically a 30-foot cubed room in another dimension. Order your wights inside and get them to tie themselves up, like completely incapacitated. You might need to tie the final knot yourself. We do not want these wights moving. Step 5. Leave the tied up wights in the room, exit the doorway, and dismiss the spell. The doorway to that demiplane will vanish, the wights will be trapped there, and we've taken the first step to creating the zombie nuclear bomb. But before we get to detonating the bomb, did you know that you can destroy a continent and look fabulous at the same time? Today's video is sponsored by Shop D&D, an online independent startup made by D&D fans selling D&D themed clothing. You came here for D&D shorts, but you could have D&D t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, hats, and more. They've got tons of awesome designs guaranteed to give you a plus 10 billion to your charisma at your next game session. Do you like D&D memes? Do you want to wear D&D memes? Well, they put the D&D memes on the t-shirt. See the meme, wear the meme, become the meme. Or you can get your DM a mug, a friendly thank you mug. A mug to hold their tears in when we pull off this combo. So check out Shop D&D by following the link below and support independent creators making quality products. But that's enough about looking good, let's drop some zombie bombs. Step 6. So we've got a couple of wights locked up in a demiplane. Now the only thing to do is get some more. Raise 2 more wights after a long rest and order them into the demiplane. The old wights will have shaken off your control by now, but luckily they're all tied up. Send the new ones in and get them to bondage themselves up. 50 Shades of Grey, more like 50 Shades of White. Right, fellas? You can repeat this process every night until your 30-foot cubed demiplane is full. This will give you 216 wights. Now for the final 2, we're not going to tie them up. Instead, we're going to lead them into the demiplane and give them instructions to untie every other wight as soon as we leave and take away the door. This will lock all 216 wights in the room, all fully mobile, all very angry, and all extremely evil. The zombie apocalypse nuke is ready. Step 7. Go to the city you want to be the epicenter of your zombie apocalypse bomb. If you want to be super extra about this, you can also chug a potion of haste to give you an extra action on your turn. Now use Demiplane to create a doorway to your pocket dimension. And here's the thing, when you create a doorway, it's created on both sides. Instantly, 216 wights will explode onto the street and murder every peasant in sight. And did you know that as soon as a humanoid is killed by a wight, they are raised 24 hours later as a zombie under the wight's control? This means that as soon as the initial rampage is over and the wights have swept through the city killing everything in sight, the peasants will start to rise again as zombies. Wights are also pretty smart as a normal person, so they'll be able to organize and mobilize this monstrous new army for maximum damage.
Check out the big brain on Brad. You're a smart motherfucker, that's right.
Each wight can command 10 zombies at a time, which means there'll soon be an army of over 2,000 undead, rampaging across the continent, the city in ruins, the infection ever spreading. Of course, you won't be there to see any of this. You'll have used your second hasted action to teleport away immediately after opening the demiplane. You'll be on another continent altogether, sipping champagne on a beachside bar, knowing that you are truly an utter bastard. Enjoy! Woo, that was a spooky episode. Why not calm down by watching some more D&D shorts? Also, special shout out to Elron NL, Natsav6, Eamon, Tyler P, Brian P, Captain 989, Master Zane Lotus, Shotgun 582, Abhorsen Aelin, and Patrick C, alongside everyone who supports the channel on Patreon. You are awesome.